poverty in your school?
We have a lot of poverty in our school. We have 91% free reduced lunch, which means kids, 91% of our students here at school can't afford their own lunch, so they get a free lunch. We live in an area that's a neighborhood school, which is great, but unfortunately a lot of our homes are low rent homes, low cost housing, so a lot of people who are poor, single parent families, come into our neighborhood and come to our school. So we have a very high poverty rate in our school.
Okay. How do you deal with poverty in your school?
Well, we help the kids. We provide those baskets of donated hats and gloves and scarves, which I'm going to be divvying up and passing out to the kids. I have a closet full of boots and snow pants and coats and more hats and gloves and scarves downstairs that kids can have. We have pants, shirts, undergarments. We have clothes for kids who can't afford clothes, or we have clothes for kids who come to school underdressed, which some kids do. We also provide services through the city, through Project Concern. St. Vincent de Paul does clothing. There's the food bank provides food. At this time of the year, there are a lot of agencies contacting me saying they want to support families at Christmas. So I'm contacting families to see if they need help at Christmas time so that they can have what they need for Christmas. So through community services, Dewey Community Services, and through school services, Dewey Community School Services, we tend to our poor as best we can, mostly with the basic needs, food, clothing. The city provides shelter through the housing project. So that's kind of how we help our poor.
Yeah. You kind of answered a couple of my other questions, but
Okay.
what are some challenges you face with dealing with students in poverty?
I would say the biggest challenge, Kelly, is to keep them here at school. A lot of our students come and go. We got a new family today. They're homeless, so we'll give them what they need to help them to get going, school supplies, clothing, things like that. But we also lost a student today, and that's like a weekly occurrence where we have students coming to our school and students leaving our school. So I think the biggest thing that poverty causes is just being stable. There's no stability. If their housing runs out or their money runs out, they go off to the next city where they can get free housing and free services. And the kids go with them, obviously. So I think mobility amongst our poor is the biggest issue. Also, just the home environment is a struggle for the kids. They usually a typical home environment for poverty is one that's not very structured. I mean, they live day to day. They may get $200 this day for some temporary work they've done, and it's gone. It's spent right away. They don't think about tomorrow. They don't plan for tomorrow. They're just focused on today's needs. Now, they're very resourceful in getting those needs met, but it's on a day-to-day basis. And so when we're trying to help our kids to plan more for the future, when they go home, they're living basically day by day. And it's not a good environment in general at home for studying. It tends to be a very loud home environment, and education is not valued as much as we'd like it to be valued in general with our parents in poverty.
Awesome. Do you have any other questions? We kind of answered